Hello warriors, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is seunobisesan, and if you're a return viewer, thank you for coming back. Today, I'm going to talk about identifying your talent. So if you're wondering what your natural gifts are that you can transform into talent, or you're a carer or a parent looking into, because you're nurturing a child, you're raising a child, you're minding a child, and you want to help that child to identify their talent, this video is for you. So I'm going to share 10 steps in order to help yourself or other people around you that you're nurturing younger people to identify your talent. So if this applies to you, continue to watch. Identifying your talents is about knowing what natural gift you have. Before you know what your talents are, you have natural gift. You need to identify what your natural gifts are. And you identifying your natural gift, accepting the natural gift, it is the transformation of your gift that is a talent. For example, you have a good voice. People have been saying, oh, Seun, you have a good voice. Oh, Tope, your voice is good. Oh, Mabel, your voice is nice. Then you start singing. Then the singing is your talent. But until you identify your gift, you can never have a talent, if that makes sense. So it is the transformation of your gift that becomes a talent. Identifying your talent is an important step in personal and professional development. Here are some steps you can take to identify your talent. Number 1, self-reflection. Take some time to reflect on your experiences, both in your personal life and in various activities. What activities do you enjoy doing? What tasks come naturally to you? What are the things that when you're doing them, you don't even pay attention to the time? You remember some people will say that when you're doing what you don't enjoy, then it looks as if the clock is slow. The time is going slower. But when you're doing what you enjoy, you don't pay attention to the time. It's like, wow, I've been here for 3 hours because you enjoy it. So self-reflect on yourself and look out for what are the activities that even though you are spending hours doing it, it doesn't feel like you're spending hours doing it. You enjoy it. It gives you joy. So that's what self-reflection is all about. Self-reflection will help you to know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what your values are, what do you stand for, who are you as a person. Understanding part of who you are, that is what self-reflection is all about. So self-reflect in order to identify what your talents are. And if you're a carer looking out for a child, you begin to pay attention to some of the strengths and the weaknesses of that child. Even though a weakness might not really be a weakness, because if a weakness is nurtured and embraced, and you apply a bit of passion into it, it will become a strength. So pay attention to what area that child flourish more in, and you'll be able to identify their talent in that area. Like with young children, especially if they are toddlers, they don't hide who they are. They are so truthful and so open. So if a child like to sing, you will know. They will never keep quiet. They'll be singing the rhymes from their, cartoon and all these things. Or they talk all the time. They will always be talking. And the one that don't talk much, they are the doers that don't even say much, but they do what they're supposed to do. You begin to pay attention to this child, and you begin to, understand what kind of a person that child is. Number 2, ask friends, family, and colleagues for their perspective on your strength and talent. Sometimes others may see things in you that you haven't recognized. Why this is so important is the fact that because your natural gift comes to you naturally, you do it easily compared to other people who don't have that gift. So they feel like they are struggling to do it. You might think it's nothing. That is why, talking to other people, talking to family and friends, oh, who do you think I am? What kind of a person do you think I am? What are the things that I do easily? They'll begin to tell you, or people coming to you to say, do this more. You're very good at doing it. And you might think, I didn't feel any pressure when I was doing it. It doesn't have to be pressure because it's natural to you. So talk to people in order to identify your talent. And in case of as a carer, as a parent, you're looking at a child, you can say more to that child like, oh, you can sing. Maybe you should sing more often. Oh, you can draw. Maybe you should draw more often. Just be bringing their attention to it gradually. You're not imposing. You're not forcing. You're just making sure they are aware of what you think they are good at. And that doesn't mean they will only focus on what they are good at. They will also be able to, do other things. That self-discipline from what they are good at, they can apply it to other areas of their life. Number 3, passions and interests. Consider your passions and interests. What subjects or activities do you find yourself drawn to? Your talents are often closely related to your interests. When it comes to passion and interest, You know what your passions are. You know some things, even if you say, I want to rest, and they call you to say, come get this done. You quickly get up to get it done. What are your interests? What are the things that you like to do? What are the things that give you joy? Whether you are being paid for it or you're not getting paid for it, you just love to do it. When it comes to a particular subject, you are, woo, let's go for it. When it comes to a particular subject, you just don't want to put any effort. Then you begin to understand who you are as a person. Some students, like if you're a teacher, you will notice that some students flourish more in a particular subject. Maybe they are gifted in their hands. Maybe they like more, woodwork subjects or home economics. I don't know what's called here. They like to, demonstrate and use their hands for stuff. They will never be interested in subject like biology or something like that. They just want to do stuff with their hands. So you begin to pay more attention to this and let them be aware that, oh, you're so passionate. You have interest in this. Oh, I'm so passionate. I have interest in this. Then you begin to identify your talent and you will know which area of your life you need to focus on. You will know what area you need to apply more skill. Number 4, skills assessment. Evaluate your skills. What are you good at? What skills do you excel in compared to others? These skills could be natural talent or ones you've developed over time. Like I mentioned skill a while ago, some people are very good at cooking. You love to cook. And some of us, we don't like cooking. It's not we don't do it, but we just don't enjoy it as we enjoy other things. So pay attention to this. Some people, when it comes to, getting gift for people, wrapping gift and all that, presentation and stuff, presenting gift, they are so good at it. They are so good. That's the area of your passion. That's a skill. Some people are good with baking. Baking can be exhausting for somebody like me, but some people don't see it as a task. So that's your skill. Some people are self-taught. I have a daughter who is self-taught with, making hair. She can even make her own hair, do her own hair on her head. And I happen to achieve that with myself, especially with when we're in lockdown with COVID. I couldn't go to anybody's house. They can't come to my house. So I have to learn to do my hair myself. These are self-taught. These are the things that you just learn it and then you build yourself. You know that a skill is what you do often. You get better at it. You just don't do it at once and then leave it. So you see what skill you're good at. What can you do to make that skill even better for yourself and people around you? That's how you can identify your talent. Number 5, challenges and successes. Reflect on challenges you faced and how you overcame them. Also, think about times when you've excelled or achieved notable successes. These instances can reveal your natural abilities. When it comes to challenges and successes, it goes together. You cannot record success without any challenge or failure. So anytime you had a challenge, anytime you encounter a challenge in regard to anything, make sure you pay attention to it and apply how you overcame that challenge to your next task. And also, if you are able to record a success from doing a particular thing, embrace yourself and celebrate yourself. No, it's not just about your journey. So one success today can help you achieve more success tomorrow. One challenge today can help you overcome another challenge tomorrow. So pay attention to the areas that you find challenging. Let's say you have a good voice. I'm sure, voice coaches might understand this better. You're not supposed to drink cold water. You're not supposed to eat a certain thing so that it doesn't crack your voice. So if you end up being a little bit unconscious, a little bit careless, and do some things that you're not supposed to do, and you end up not performing well because you've been training, you've been preparing for that performance, then you know that next time that you're going for a particular performance, you don't do some certain things. You make sure you rest and sleep well. You don't go about shouting, singing out loud when you know you have a performance to do the next 2 days because you're going to be singing. Of course, you will lose your voice when you use that voice to, to do irrelevant things. And you should be able to know that, oh, this challenge, I had it the last time. I don't want to have it this time. And that experience will lead to your success. So these are areas for you to look into, for you to identify your talent. Number 6, personal assessment. Take personality assessment or aptitude test. While not definitive, these tools can provide insight into your strengths and preferences. Sometimes you might think you understand yourself better. No, because you cannot see yourself as other people see you. You might even limit yourself in some area that you might think, oh, you're not good enough, because like I mentioned before, the gift is coming to you naturally. You don't practice much. You don't even, when they wake you up, you just get up and do it. So you think it's easy, it's nothing, it's not that important. So you have to do all these personality tests for you to know who you are as a person. Some personality tests will give you clarity about who you are in the areas of your strength and your weaknesses. It's not that sometimes you cannot turn your weakness into strength, but you get to a stage as you develop and go further in the talent, development, you will be able to know that I can focus on this, and this that I'm not very good at, I can associate it to other people. So it gives you clarity about who you are, where you should be, and how you should continue to journey as you discover your talent. Number 7, experiment with new activities. Trying out new activities or hobbies can help you discover talent you may not have been aware of. It's a way to explore and uncover hidden potentials. You have to experience new activities because sometimes a particular talent is so broad that you will discover another talent from a talent that you are showcasing. So you begin to, like, if you have a good voice, you are singing, putting down your lyrics will come to you. Writing down your words will come to you. Arranging, sound arrangement might come to you just because you have a good voice. So you have to experiment a lot of things. Or if you talk, is it possible for you to write a book? Is it possible for you to teach? Because you just do public speaking. You don't do other stuff. But can you teach as well? Can you mentor people? So this will build other talents. So that's why you need to experiment. Because for you to know if you're good at something or not, you have to do it first. Number 8 is journaling. Keep a journal to document your daily activities, thoughts, and feelings. Over time, patterns may emerge that highlight your natural inclinations and talent. Journaling is really good. I think I mentioned this before. I met with a coach. I had a one-on-one coaching section with Coach Maggie. I think about 4 or 5 sections. I wasn't sure. It was so lovely. She told me about journaling. She told me about getting up and writing some things. You will not believe some things that are in your brain that are waiting at the door to be let out. You will just be able to write, oh, these are my daily things. This is what I do today. This gives me joy. Just journal. Just journal on your personal level. Just journal. If you do something wrong, if you think you want to write it down for you to look at it again so that you don't do it again, you can do that. If you think you did something, meaningful to yourself, something successful, you want to write it down. So you want to look at it that every time you encounter challenge, you will go back to that success story and read it and embrace yourself and continue to move on. Journaling is really good. It's a lifesaver actually. And sometimes writing things out, because you're feeling a certain way, you write it out. When you go back to read it, then you'll be able to understand that your tone was different at the time you are writing compared to the time you're reading it. So this will calm you down in dealing with people so that you know how to keep it cool, keep it calm when dealing with people, especially when you're upset. Number 9, seek professional guidance. Consider seeking the advice of career counselors or mentors who can provide insight into your strengths and talents. They may guide you toward potential career paths that align with your abilities. Seeking professional help is quite important because there are some people who are so well knowledge in a particular area, who can read you easily, who have taught you, because we have this in secondary school here in Ireland, whereby if the students are now at a stage like they're doing their living cert, they want to go to the university, their guidance counselor will guide them. But having said that, that is why you need that self-awareness thing. You need to understand who you are, because even though a guidance counselor will guide you, they could guide you wrong because they don't understand you as a person. So you will understand yourself better. You need to get into that phase of knowing who you are, and then you seek advice on what you need advice on. You're not just going blank, walking in blank into a room, looking for 1 hour section, and you expect that person to guide you right on your life within an hour. So seeking professional help will help you to navigate and decide which path you should go on. And mentorship is quite important. And the thing about mentorship is you need to have clarity before you go looking for mentorship. You're not looking for mentorship because you don't understand. You want them to figure out what you should be doing. No, you've already narrowed it down and you want a mentor to mentor you on a particular thing that you've identified to be you. And then you'll be able to get guidance and counseling concerning that area. So this will help you to identify your talents, because the way you see yourself is different to how other people see you. Number 10. Continuous learning. Engage in lifelong learning. Sometimes talents become more evident that you acquire new knowledge and skills. Attend workshops, take courses, and stay open to new experiences. You have to continue to learn. And there are a lot of ways that you can learn. YouTube is free for you to learn from. You learn for free until you need more. Then you start paying more. Like if you go to Udemy, you can see courses at affordable prices. You continue to learn at that stage until you think you need more. Then you spend more money. You just don't go and spend huge amount of money because you think you need to learn. You have to exhaust all your free resources first. But of course, you need to learn. Like you're coming on YouTube, you want to be a YouTuber. You have to be able to know how to record, how to edit, how to do your thumbnail, how to write your title, and all sorts like that. These are talents that will continue to emerge as you go further on, discovery and identifying your talent. Or you are helping your children, your students to identify their own talent. So if you follow these steps, I'm very convinced that you'll be able to identify not just your talent, but help other people around you to identify their talents. Remember that identifying your talent is an ongoing process. As you grow and evolve, so too may your understanding of your strengths and areas of expertise. Be open to self-discovery and embrace the journey of personal development. So if you're watching up to this moment, I believe you've gained value from this content. So give it a like and share to other people that you think it might be beneficial to them, and share your thoughts with me in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to help your girl, to help the channel to be able to reach out to more people. And you can click on the bell notification so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. Until I come to your screen again, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, warriors.